I've been shopping race day shoes for a long time, and I finally found one I liked. When I looked online, a lot of race day shoes are like $250, and I've always told myself, like, as a newer runner, I don't want to be the guy who's like his first or second race ever buying $300 race day shoes. Not that I don't think they're important, I think they can help. I was like, I just don't want to be a high maintenance runner. So I've run, oh, my wife is here. Welcome back from work.
Hi.
I was just starting a vlog this week. My shoes came in. Check them out.
Whoa.
I have one pet peeve. The box they send them in from Dick's usually is open. I'm not concerned about that. But I look on the bottom of these shoes, they have definitely been worn. And I'm not worried like somebody's putting miles on them. They probably just tried them on, walked in them. Maybe these got returned, or maybe someone just tried them on in store. But there is definitely dirt on the bottom. Again, these are like good for what, 150, 200 miles maybe. And I'm not thrilled seeing like scuffs on the bottom. I'm telling myself that it's probably just somebody trying them on, but in reality, I think it's gonna be okay. Totally lost my train of thought. Basically what I was saying though was I would only get race day shoes if I thought the price was right. These were $148 on sale. I love the color of these because they'll go with any outfit I match them with for the half marathon. If I love them in the half marathon, I'll wear them for the marathon. If not, we'll go back to something different like the New Balance SC trainers. Since those have a carbon plate, hi, you don't have to be so noisy. My last 2 marathons I've run in the Nike Invincible Run 3s. So that's like a daily trainer. So I'm not really, I'm being as humble as I can with some of these shoe purchases because I don't need super expensive race day shoes, but I feel like with as an aggressive goal as I've selected for myself, going sub 130, we're gonna need something lightweight. So I can tell you just from feeling these, they feel like nothing, and that mesh is super, super thin and see-through, which I like. It's got the full-length carbon plate in there. These were designed to go fast, so I'll probably try them in a couple speed workouts, short ones, and then we'll just kind of assume they're gonna work for the half marathon. So excited to get kind of my first official pair of race day shoes, the Nike Vaporfly 3s. Thursday morning. I really don't want anybody to ever ask how often I wash this hat. I was just thinking about that. 66 degrees, very nice out today. Sylvia's leaving in like 3 hours, and she's gone for the weekend at a bachelorette party. So I'm by myself. She's abandoning ship. It's gonna be just me, which is why I'm gonna bring you guys with me, and I'm just gonna film a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be awesome. But pretty nice out, very overcast. The temperature is perfect for a run today, so we're gonna start with a 6 miler to start the day. That'll put us at 11 miles on the week. For the rest of this week, we're gonna be talking about race day confidence. That's something I've been thinking a lot about because my half marathon's coming up real soon in just a couple weeks. I've been running those paces. I've been realizing how freaking fast that is. So that's something I've been thinking about and wanting to talk about. So we'll get into some of that. The one thing I can tell you, just as a hint, jumping ahead, it's doing your best on these workouts. If it says easy, run easy. Don't stress your body for no reason. If it says fast, do your best to hit those paces. So these first 4 miles are going to be very easy. In my zone 2, everything's going to be fairly slow for me. And then when it says fast, we're going to kick it up and hit those paces properly. So just do everything you can in each workout to do the best you can. And that's one way to get confidence, is just do what you need to do when it's that time for the workout. So let's do that for our 6 mile workout today. All right, we literally just finished, 6 miles complete on the day. We did 2 easy, 2 fast at marathon pace, and then 2 slow. I like running at marathon pace. I think that gives me a lot of confidence, like knowing what it feels like to do that. So we had back-to-back miles right about 7:32, and that didn't feel too bad. Obviously I had to warm up before and after, but yeah, nothing too crazy for today. Took us 54 minutes, averaging 9 minutes 4 seconds per mile. All right, that's all we got for this workout. We're heading home, and then Sylvia's got to get her stuff packed up. She's taken off until today's Thursday. She'll be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She'll be home Sunday evening sometime. So I got a fantasy football draft. I got a long run. I got plenty of stuff going on anyway, so I'll survive, and you guys can hang out with me. Seems like it's about to rain, and this camera's not waterproof, so we're gonna get out of here, head home, get some food, refuel, and then I don't know what the day holds yet. That's the exciting part. You have to stay tuned, I guess.
We did 334 in Cleveland. Before that, in the Quad Cities, I think I did 358. And then before that, I did 427 in Columbus.
Thinking more about the run on Saturday, I think that's going to be a really big run. That's definitely weighing on my mind. I want to hit those paces really effectively and just prove that I can do it. I feel competitive. I'm very competitive about that. And I know there's like unwritten rules to running. Like, you know, you can't just show up there and just willpower your way to do it. Like, you need to be prepared. You need to be trained. I cannot vlog right now. My mind is just in shambles. I don't know why. I just don't even know what I'm saying. These week in a life videos get off topic so much. I'm like, I don't even know what I filmed yesterday, what I'm filming today. It's just so all over the place. Anyway, I'm trying to keep this like in here. You get to the point where you just keep deleting clips off your camera or you keep doing retakes. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let me just say this for the rest of the week. I've been talking to you guys about race day confidence, and I struggle with that. Like, there's just so many unknowns to running, and I want to make sure I'm doing the best job I can. I don't even know what I'm saying here. Normally I stop the camera, I just cut it because I get so freaking frustrated. All I'm trying to say is one of those things that's going to help is the long run. I know that's going to help if I do a good job with the long run, hitting those paces I'm supposed to. I just want to show you guys on Saturday the fueling before, during, and after. Those are 3 important phases I want to showcase when it comes to like fueling and nutrition. Friday is going to be a little faster paced tomorrow because it's just a full day of work. So I'm going to do my best to show you what I'm eating. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go eat my pizza and just let my mind relax for a little bit. I'm getting off topic here. So yeah, let's do that. Well, it is indeed Friday evening, and I'm about to go charge my watch for tomorrow's long run. It's been a long day at work, I'll tell you what. So yeah, I didn't get to document as much today as I wanted to, but really this is just a check-in because tomorrow is the more exciting part of what we're doing here. Tomorrow is going to give us a ton of confidence on race day if I do well. It's a test either way. That's just what it is. It's 15 miles with a time trial built in. We'll break all that down tomorrow from what my coach said, but all I can do today to make that even better, even more successful, is going to be carb load and sleep well and get up on time and just get my stuff ready. So I'm packing everything tonight. I'm getting my watch charged up as we speak. I'm getting all my supplements in line. So we have our electrolytes for tomorrow. I'm getting all my gels ready as well. I'll fill one of these up with water for tomorrow as well. We got all our stuff there. Anything I can do tonight to minimize stress for tomorrow is going to be beneficial. So that's my check-in. I'm going to eat some food, get ready to draft, and then I'll probably foam roll, stretch a little bit tonight, get myself loosened up, and then just try and sleep. Sleep well and prepare for 15 miles tomorrow morning. Well, in a wild sequence of events, believe it or not, it's Saturday, and it's 8 in the morning. I overslept. No, it's not that big of a deal. I woke up this morning at like 3:30, and I think the cats were being weird, and I was like, oh, I don't have to get up yet. Sweet. So I went back to bed. Hi. Were you being obnoxious yesterday? You were the worst cat I've ever met in my entire life. I woke up and I was like, sweet, I don't have to go yet. So I went back to bed, and then I woke up again, and it was like 5. I was like, oh, I got 30 more minutes. I said 5:30. Pressed the snooze button, woke up. I think I turned the alarm off instead of hitting snooze. It was like 6:50. I'm like, what? I like to run when it's like really early, so it starts off cool. It's just like a nice quiet vibe. By the time I get to the park at 8 or 9, it's going to be like, there's going to be people with like graduation parties and events there, birthday parties at all the little cabanas. It's just so busy. I'm always like dodging people. On your left, on your left. Anyway, so I decided today it would be best to start the day off with some coffee and go out in like 30 minutes and just get well, with the way my hair's looking, 45 minutes. I'll give myself some extra time here. We'll go out and just get our 4-mile easy run done. No fast paces, maybe 2 or 3 strides at the end, just to, get moving quick. But we'll get a 4-mile easy run done today, and then Sunday morning we'll do our 15. Not that big of a deal. It's just me here today. I got a little bit of cleaning to do. I watch the cats. Sylvia will be home tomorrow, so I still have today off. That's about all we got for right now. I'm gonna go play the Wordle, and then I'll see you at the park to run. We went off the beaten path here just a little bit to kind of get us on some grass and some dirt. That's one of the things that Coach said would be of some value, is if you got off the pavement for a little bit, especially since I deal with shin splints a lot. That might be something that can help take stress off the body. A high cadence and a softer terrain. Those were 2 things I was trying to focus on. All right, we're about halfway done here. This is by far the best run of our week. Not because we're doing well, just because I haven't really looked at my watch. It feels super easy. We're just keeping things simple. I think that really helps. Grass is a little bit easier on the joints, so that's why we're out here changing it up just a little bit. Trying to take a little stress off the body so we're not too worn out for tomorrow's long run.
Hi there. Can I get a kiwi quencher smoothie, please? And that'll be it? Thank you.
Yes, it happened again. I got tropical smoothie, okay? Flame me in the comments if you want to, but there's so much sugar in that. I know, okay? I know. But guess what? Tomorrow we have a big run. We've been talking about it all week for this entire video. And guess what? I just found out through ChatGPT that smoothie has 110 grams of carbs. Or maybe it's 115. It doesn't matter. Over 100 grams of carbs. This bagel has approximately 52. So we're looking at 160 if I just have a bagel in this smoothie. Isn't that incredible? And we're gonna have some other stuff today. So I'm really focusing on my food. I'm probably gonna show you guys most of that today. I'm gonna show you a lot of what I'm eating to get ready for tomorrow's run. So we'll run through some of that today really quickly. And now it's time to shower and get ready. So I'm gonna work on this. I bring this with me in the shower, as weird as that is. And I just like sit there and I'm like, pretend water's hitting me right here. That's kind of what I do for the first 5 minutes. Seems like a waste, but that's what I do. So I'm gonna go shower and then let's kind of just run through what we're eating all day. Shoo-wee. All right, before I get dinner going here, I've got all my stuff laid out. If I get a lot of this stuff put out now, it'll just help me to think tomorrow, because when I wake up, I'm just so tired. For the past couple weeks, I never take stuff like this, but I have recently, only for long runs that really matter, and this one does. So this is optional. I don't know if I'll take that, but that's got carbs and electrolytes. I also have just my regular electrolytes. I might just stick to these, I'm not sure. For my gels here, I bounce back and forth between these two, the Go gels, the apple cinnamon only, and then any flavor of the Huma gels that has electrolytes. These are double electrolytes and they're caffeinated. And then I have these I'll usually take right before I run as like a last minute, boost. Sometimes I'm in the car when I take that. I got my Coros Pace 3 running watch. That's what I use. And then I have my Skull Candy earbuds here. Yes, I will run with a water bottle. Laugh if you'd like, but I can tuck gels in here. I just run with one hand like this and I can like totally relax my hand. So it just feels really natural. It's not even that heavy. I mean, I only do 12 ounces of water. I don't even fill it up all the way, really. I already got my shoes picked out as well. For the first time ever, I'm gonna take these Adidas Evo SL shoes on a long run, which I've never done. I use these for shorter runs, but because a lot of this long run is gonna contain speed, I wanna use these for that. So I've put probably 15 miles on these, and I love these shoes so far. But we're going to test them out tomorrow for a little bit longer of an effort. I'm about to get the foam roller out for a little bit, and I keep using this little ball right here to roll my foot out. I've been sticking to this just to kind of loosen things up a little bit. And then in the bathroom here, we have to cut our nails. If you don't cut your toenails, you're just asking for these random blisters that you would never get. So I'm usually pretty good about that. So we're going to do that tonight. You don't need any footage of this. Just take my word, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to the foam roller and this massage gun in just a little bit while I do some editing and watch some YouTube for a little bit. I don't know, there's really nothing else much going on. I'm going to get in bed before 9 o'clock. I feel like I've done everything I can. My carb load today has been pretty good. We're going to have waffles tonight. So you got the syrup and the waffle mix. I think it's a perfect meal. We've kept our body pretty loose. I made sure today's run was easy, high cadence. Anyway, tomorrow is the day. If you're watching this far into this video, based on how I feel like I'm vlogging, I'm doing a lot of talking, so I really appreciate that. Either you guys must really like me talking a lot, or you just really want to see this long run and you want to stop hearing about all this, which is probably the case. So I'm gonna go do all the stuff I was just talking about. It's bedtime. All I can say is never trust the negotiations of a tired man. Nothing simulates a marathon better than the long run. How you feel, what you do the night before, what you do the morning of, all of those things affect how you feel in those long runs, which as you build affects how you feel for the marathon. There's just no better way to practice for a marathon than to do these long runs. Pretty much warmed up and ready. Got water bottle, gels, everything I need packed and ready to go. We're gonna do our 5 miles easy first, and then we'll begin the 10 miles of pushing hard. It's like 60 degrees. Sun is not up yet, but it's getting there. So let's get as much of this done as we can before it gets too warm. All right, the goal is just to start off nice and easy so the heart rate can get warmed up. And then once we're feeling pretty warm and my heart rate is more steady, we'll pick up to the faster paces. It's gonna be hard to film some of that when we're moving quick, so I'll do the best we can. All right, we're 2 miles in. So far, so good. Nothing too crazy. Just trying to focus on my breathing. Very, very easy pace so far. We're gonna head back to the car. I'm gonna put this camera away and grab my water bottle. We're gonna start drinking some of that, and then we're taking our first gel at mile 3. It's at mile 12 here. We got good news and bad news. The good news is we just hit mile 12 at 6:53. I'm feeling really, really decent for where we're at. The bad news is, because it's Sunday, I have church coming up. I only have time for 1 more mile. That's genuinely not an excuse, to be totally honest with you. If I had to keep going to 15, we'd probably be around 7:15 to 7:30. That's just how I'm feeling. Maintaining the sub 7 is possible, but the heart rate's really getting up there. So I can only do 1 more here. I just want to stop and tell you that. All right, psych. I think we have enough time to get it almost all done. We're gonna go to 14 here. We're gonna hit 14. I don't think I'll be late either. I think I can do it. Very quick shower though. Come on. I'm visualizing this is the last 1.5 mile marathon. Let's go. Almost done. Gotta lean in here. It's a good sound. I just looked. We didn't get sub 7 for that last one. It's gotta stop for just a second to turn around there. Oh well. 7:07 for mile 14. I'm smiling, so that's a good thing after 14 miles. I have to leave my apartment at 9:20. It's 8:55. We'll check in when I get a chance. Okay, we're back. We were 2 minutes late to church, but overall, we made it. We were a mile short this morning, not the end of the world. I think I could have done it. I literally remember saying to the camera, like, oh, I'll stop 2 miles short, you know, because of time-wise, and legitimately, I needed to go. But I was like, you know, I probably would have slowed down anyway. And then I turned the camera off and I was like, heck no, dude, I'm going for it. I just ran another one and then I ran another one. So we got 14 on the day. I did so well this morning, I bought myself flowers because I'm so proud of myself. Kidding. Shut the frick up. These are for my wife when she comes home today from Traverse City, Michigan. A couple of those I messed up by a couple seconds, but overall not a big deal. I definitely started out too slow. I was like, let's do a slight negative split so I don't shock the system. Just going for 6:50 right away. And then I ran like 7:25. I looked down at my watch. I'm like, why would you do that? That was way too much. I should have done like 7:10. That would have been reasonable. So anyway, the entire 14 miles, our average time was 8 minutes per mile. And then any other stats I'll pop up here. I'm very depleted in everything. I need water. I need electrolytes. I need food. I need to change. We'll do a quick unwind here to end this video. I know this is kind of a long one probably, but let me get some stuff together here, collect my thoughts, and we'll kind of close out this video. I don't want to say this is the only reason I buy this pizza, but it's up there. Now that we're changed, we're comfortable, we had a chance to get things cleaned up a little bit. I'm getting ready for Sylvia coming home, so I want to make sure this place looks decent. And I want to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. So that means we need to get some electrolytes and rehydrate all the sodium that we lost. We ran for 1 hour and 52 minutes this morning, so that certainly warrants some type of recovery drink, right? And since we're in the topic of talking about race day confidence, I feel like I've been a little scatterbrained this video, so hopefully you guys are still getting some information, some value throughout this. All right, so a couple things to kind of close up here real quick. Your race day confidence is an accumulation of your daily habits, improved over days and weeks and months until you get to the race day. This entire week of training, it felt like everything was building toward the long run, obviously, because we had that time trial. My coach wanted to kind of see what I could do. I am fully confident that if I had time to do that last mile, I think I would have gotten it right around 7 minutes. That seems, for my heart rate, for what I was feeling, I felt like I could do that. And we would have gotten that done right at about 2 hours. Obviously we had a 5-mile warm up, so that plays a role into some of the fatigue, but I tried to take it easy on those miles. I feel like this week, to make myself confident for this run, things that worked were running easy on my easy days. I kept a high cadence. I wasn't overstriding. I kind of controlled how I was running without it being too unnatural. The cadence for this run was 179 steps per minute average, which I love. That's right where I want to be, about 180. Other things, I feel like I did a pretty good job this week hydrating. I don't know how much of that I showed, but I hydrated, kept up with my electrolytes fairly well. I felt pretty good. I slept pretty good. It was too good, actually, so I missed my run on Saturday. I just think overall, there's so many things that play a role into it. I just think whatever you do each and every day, those habits accumulate. So don't take those for granted and don't blow those off. Well, I'll just, eat however I want, or I'll skip this, or I'll sleep in a little bit, I'll cut this short, I'll do it. Just lock in is what I'm saying. Get these things done. They really play a role in your weekly performance, and they will affect your race day performance over time. Now, we're just a couple weeks away from the Toledo half marathon, so I'm still keeping it. The goal is going to be sub 130. I think it's possible. And then I jump to my shoes that I started the video with, the Nike Vaporfly 3s, the carbon plate, the light shoe, the race day adrenaline, the environment, competitiveness. I just think that's realistic. I think it's possible. It's going to be really tough. Sylvia will be home in 1 hour, so I better cut off the video here. Thank you guys for keeping up with the full week of training. If you guys got something from this video, I appreciate it. If you have any tips on what keeps you confident for race day, let me know down below. I love reading your comments. I appreciate you guys. All of the value that you guys have, I like hearing too. So hopefully you got something out of that. I'm gonna eat my frozen pizza. I burnt about 1,800 calories, and then I'm gonna sit around and wait for Syl to come home. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.